my name is Sondra. I am owner of Sondra's Crochet Corner. I've recently decided that I wanted to try a podcast. So here I am, brand new to making videos. I'm not really sure how I want to go about this. So first off, let me just start by telling you about me. My name is Sondra Kennedy. I live in Missouri. Yay! It's really hot right now. I am recording outside because the light is better. So if you hear any noises, trees and all that. But I am a mother. Between me and my boyfriend of 10 years, we have 6 children. We have one that's getting ready to turn 17, a 14-year-old, 2 12-year-olds, an 8-year-old, and a 7-year-old, 5 boys and 1 girl. So that alone keeps me busy. And then I don't work. I am currently a full-time nursing student. I am starting my last 2 years this fall. And then fingers crossed, I will be able to pass the NCLEX and I will be an RN and I will be working, which will be fabulous. In the meantime, I crochet a lot. It keeps me a little bit sane since I don't work and I'm home all the time with the kids. So, yeah, that's me. I've been seriously crocheting since I was probably about 15. So that's about 16 years. I'm 31. I'll be 32 in December. So I am self-taught. My grandmother taught me how to do a chain, and me and my cousin would do bracelets, but that's about it. And seeing what my grandma and my mom and other people in my family did, I kind of took off and started teaching myself and just kind of winging it. And then came along the lovely internet. That's my dog, Camaro. We have 1 dog and 3 cats. One of them is very, very new. So sorry about that. But yeah, I taught myself using YouTube and Google. And here lately, I have been giving crochet lessons because I want to teach other people to crochet. Right now, I'm not really sure how I want these podcasts to go. I've seen some that were really structured, some that were really loosey-goosey, like they were even crocheting while they were doing it, and it's kind of a chit-chat thing. I think I want it to be somewhere in the middle, but right now I'm just winging it. Like, I tried to make notes and nothing worked, so I'm literally just going to wing it. So anyways, I keep checking the time. I don't want to run too long. One of my favorites crochet podcast that has pushed me to want to do this is Hannah with the Cozy Cottage Crochet. I love her. She just brightens up my day, and 2 weeks can't go by fast enough before I can watch her again. That being said, I also don't know what kind of schedule I want to do with posting videos. So I also watch the Canadian Crocheter, and she I don't know that she really has a schedule. She just kind of pops on whenever. And I kind of love that. But I also like the schedule. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. And then I watch Zines and Roger. And I watch a ton of them. And I love them all. And I also follow them on Instagram and anywhere else I can find them. So speaking of social media, you can find me on Facebook, which I'm not really active on there very much, but it does have pictures of things I've made and things of the sort. You can find me on Pinterest, which I have a personal account, and I just now started a crochet account, so I haven't posted any pictures to it yet, but I will. And then you can find me on, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram is where I'm most active currently, and Etsy. I do have postings in Etsy, all as Sondra's Crochet Corner. I'm also starting out on Ravelry, and on there it's just Sondra's Crochet because If you use Ravelry, you know you can only put in so many characters. So it's just Sondra's Crochet on Ravelry. If you want to get a hold of me, the best way to do that is my email that is specifically for my crochet. It is just all lowercase, Sondra's Crochet Corner @gmail.com. Well, that's done. Now, I'm going to take a drink. I don't know about you guys, but I'm obsessed with Sonic drinks, especially their lemonades and limeades. Today I have a strawberry limeade. My current favorite, though, is the cherry limeade slush, which I didn't know they made in a slush, and I love it. Love it. Because I live in a teeny tiny town. We don't have a Starbucks. We do have a local coffee shop, which I love, but I don't go there very often because it's like $6 for a thing I can get for like $1. But yeah, very small town. We only have a Walmart. We don't have anything else. So I have to drive like an hour away if I want to even go to like a yarn store or anything like that. Other than that, most of my stuff comes from Walmart. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Anyways, I do kind of want to be, I don't want to be too structured with this. And like I said, I'm winging it, but I kind of want to be a little bit structured. So I am new to the designer world. I have one pattern that is live. I just put it out, and it's my first pattern that I've ever written. Now I've made tons of things and like taken notes, and some things I just have committed to memory. So I'm going to work on making those into patterns that are available to everybody. The one I have, I've priced it $3, but I think I'm going to lower it to $2. And I would even lower it to $1, but I put a lot of time and effort into making the pattern. And there's a ton of pictures because it's kind of a confusing pattern, but at the same time, it's not. So we're going to start there. I'm going to show you what I've made for myself and my sister. And yeah, it's, so watching don't mind my Band-Aids. I just went and got 3 vaccinations today because I had to get them for the nursing program for my school. So I'm Band-Aided up and I'm supposed to keep moving them so I don't get sore. Anyways, watching the Cozy Cottage Crochet podcast, I have started doing something new. I used to just shove all my whips into one big giant bag or multiple giant bags, but there was always more than one in a bag. And that drove me crazy because I never knew which hook went to which. I didn't print off patterns, which I now do for the most part. I have a couple new projects that I haven't printed up patterns for yet because my printer is out of ink and I don't want to go buy more right now. But I've been printing out my patterns and putting them in the bags with my project. That way I know what the pattern is, what yarn I need, what hook goes to it. I've collected enough hooks that I can almost always leave my hook in the bag, but sometimes I need to take one out for something else because I have regular crochet hooks, but I went and bought the ergonomic ones because my hands hurt really bad when I crochet. And I just really love them. So sometimes I'll have to go get a different one. But anyways, I've started collecting bags so that I can have project bags. Now, I'm poor and I don't have cool bags like Hannah has. Hers are gorgeous and I love them and I'm really, really jealous of them. But I do have a Dollar Tree and they have a plethora of adorable reusable bags. So I have a ton of these and I'm always buying more. So, and this one is the one that I have a pattern for, and it's the shell stitch crochet shell stitch towel topper. I don't remember the title of my own pattern. Anyways, it's the shell stitch towel topper. So way back in the day when I was younger, my grandmas, my aunts, my great aunts, you know, they all had these towels that either hung from handles or like on the stove. And so they were just always there, and you didn't have to look for a towel, and they didn't wind up on the floor or just tossed in the counter or the sink. I have kids, I have boys, and they like to just throw them in the sink or throw them on the floor, and then you have to get a new one, or they all disappear somewhere and you can never find a towel. So I got really tired of that, and I made some. So this one has a button strap so that you can wrap it around a handle. This one has a button hole so that you can hang it on a knob. Sorry if I'm not looking directly at the camera. They're kind of both lined up right there, so I'm still getting used to it, guys. Bear with me. And if I'm doing anything wrong or annoying or anything like that, please feel free to let me know, because as I said, I'm very, very new to this. I've made a few videos. I did a few lives on Facebook, and those were painfully awkward as well. But with the lives, you know, I had people on there talking to me, so it kind of helped. This one, I'm just talking to myself. So I feel a little crazy. Anyways, and this one says, it's kind of hard to see because I stitched. Sorry about that. Child interruption, but it's life. Anyways, a hot, fresh cup is the best way to start the day. Super cute, right? This one, love, laugh, and gather together. Adorable. So this is just a one-sided towel, and I have 2 of each of these hanging in my kitchen. I made my sister some as well, and these towels I got at the Dollar Tree. They're adorable. They're super cute. I have a whole bag full of towels. I have these ones that I got at Walmart. Go figure. I have these ones, which, let me take the ribbon off because these were a gift. So I live out in the country, but there's a church right next door, and that's where I go to church. We get up in the morning and walk over to church. Anyways, they just did Vacation Bible School last week, and I helped out with that in the crafts section, of course. And as a thank you, they gave me, you know, a gift certificate, thank you card, and they gave me these towels. And these are mainstays, so this is Walmart brand. But how adorable is that? So it's just one towel, you know. But what I do, because I like matching sets, is I cut the towel in half, and then I put the topper on top, so I get 2 towels out of 1. So you go buy your towels, however many you want, of whatever you want, but you can turn 2 towels or 1 towel into 2. Now you could, if you like the doubled up ones, which I don't really, they take longer to dry. You could just leave it folded in half and do it across the middle. It's the same. It would be the same either way. Anyways, I have a bunch of yarn. I have my fabric scissors. And I have these towels. These are from the Dollar Tree. I have It's So Good to Be Home, Dollar Tree. I have this one, Dollar Tree. I have this one is going to be my next one. As you can see, it is already cut in half. So take your time, Dollar Tree. And for these, I just use Red Heart Super Saver. I have thought about using a cotton yarn because cotton holds up really well too, and it, you know, when it gets wet and stuff, it doesn't bother it. But acrylic's pretty good too, and you can wash and dry it, and it doesn't really matter. It's not going to hurt anything. And from my experience, it's pretty durable for what I need it for. This one is the other half to the one I used in my pattern for the pictures and stuff, so I need to finish making that one. Anyways, so you can find that pattern on Etsy. I also I'm dipping my toe in a little bit of everything. So I'm trying to be a pattern designer. I'm trying to be a podcaster, and I'm trying to be a blogger. I have one blog up. I've not done very good. I have one blog, and but I do have it set up where all my stuff in my Etsy shop is on the blog, and that's at www.sondrascrochetcorner.wordpress.com because I'm poor and can't afford my own domain, so I'm using WordPress. It's really good. I actually really like it. I've tried Wix and I didn't really like it. So, I mean, it was cool and the setup was really easy, and they say you can use a store and like sell things, but then you have to upgrade and it's not free anymore. So, yeah, I didn't do that. Anyways, that's that one. I've also been making stitch markers. I have my tools. So I've been making stitch markers because I always use the stitch markers, like the locking stitch markers that you can buy at the store. I always use those. I love those. They're great. And I would use like my bobby pins, because I've always got bobby pins, and I just stick it in my stitch. So that's what I always used until I started watching Hannah. And I saw all the stitch markers that she had from different people, the ones that she made and everything like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I made a bunch of them, and I only used so many. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and sell some. So some of these are available in my Etsy shop as well. Let me see if I can find them. Okay, I have a bunch. In these bags. Sorry about the crinkling. Okay, so these ones I've got like, I don't know if you can see that, little hearts and circles, and there's like a clover in there, and those were just some random things I had. This one, it's got, this one I call Under the Sea because it's got like this pretty little fish, some starfish, sand dollar, things like that. This one I called, what did I call this one? Earth stones, because they're like earthy colors, and they're just beads. They're just bead stitch markers. So you can see the different colors. And I think I called these ones moonstones because they're like bluey. Anyways. And I made a bunch of these because, you know, when you buy charms, they come in a set. And then I kept the ones I really liked, and then I was left with a bunch of extra. And I did give a bunch away. As I said, I was giving crochet lessons, so the people that I was giving crochet lessons to, they got some stitch markers and things like that. These ones are probably my favorite. They're a little bit heavier, but they're like inspirational. Like that one says, oh, it's backwards. That one says journey. There's success, dream, and they say it on both sides. So I really, really like these ones. I actually bought 2 packages of these, and I kept a whole set for myself because I really like them. These ones are teardrop gemstones. I got little owl stitch markers. Sorry, I want to go through these kind of fast because, yeah. Tassels. These ones are fun. I like these ones. And then these ones I call woodland, I think. My baby kitten is getting into my bag. Come here. He likes being outside. So there's like butterfly, birdhouse, and then I've got a couple that have the larger clasps on them for like the chunky yarn. So those are the ones I made out of charms. And then I have this. There's like over 50 of these in here, and I completely make these myself. These are my mini Hank stitch markers, and there's like a whole bunch of different colors. Let me take one out for you. These are fun because I twist them up myself, and then I put the clasp and everything on them. And I love these. I have a ton of these for myself, and I made more so that I could sell them. Well, after I used all my lobster clasps, I was like, oh, I have some keychain findings. So I made big ones. So I have fat ones. And then I have skinny ones. I love these. I have 3 on my keychain. So these are in my Etsy shop as well. And then I bought those pom-pom maker things because I hate making pom-poms. And I made pom-pom. Except for I have the big ones. I don't have the small pom-pom makers. So this was the smallest. And I love it. It's huge, but I wanted a smaller one because I'm using these paper clips that I got from the Dollar Tree. I wanted to make some bookmarks, and well, this one's a little bit too big. It's kind of top heavy. I super glued it. Like I tied it on there and then it was really floppy. So I hot glued it, but it still works. And you just stick it, on there. I do like the pom-pom makers. It makes it a lot faster. It uses a butt ton more yarn. Anyway, so I don't know. I might make some of these and try to sell them or give them to my kids or whatever. I only have one girl, so she's going to get this one. So that's that. And then I've got some finish objects, FOs. And these are in my Etsy shop. I've got, it's kind of hard to see, but that one's purple, that one's blue. These are cord keepers, so you wrap them around your earbuds or your charger or whatever. I love these. I use them. These, I made these before I did the towel toppers. There's a hair tie in there, so it's like stretchy, and you hang these on your knobs. Excuse me. And then you put the towel through the ring. I love them, but my children take the towels out and do not put them back. So these are in my Etsy shop. These, I love these. I have these too because I love chapstick. I've got some sitting right here. I love all chapstick. I do not discriminate. But these are chapstick holders or lip balm holders, and you can put them on your keychain. So, or hook them to your purse or whatever. So these two are in my Etsy shop. And so I get these printouts. I just searched Pinterest for templates to print out, and I print them out on cardstock. And I have these Cup Cozy ones, which I love. At the bottom, they say made with love. And I also found these stickers or these printouts, and I print them out on label paper and stick them. And then I make my own business cards as well. I just buy the Avery business cards from Walmart, and they give you a website, and you can go on there and make your own stuff. So I also found these, which are a lifesaver. These were printouts, and it's instructions for your item. And I just put it in the back. I have bobby pins in there holding the thing on there. And this is my business card, which I need to update because that is no longer my phone number. But anyways, I make my own, and they're really cute, and I like the matte ones, so these are really great and durable, and I only have to pay a few bucks for them. So, but yeah, all these printables I found on Pinterest. There's tons of different people that do it, and then I just bought these little bags at Walmart, and I love them. Anyways, I made this. So on Pinterest, so cup cozies are easy to make, right? You just go around and around. My favorite's half double crochet. On Pinterest, I seen this one, and it had a birdie on it, and I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. Well, I couldn't find like a pattern for it, so I drew my own bird. I cut out like a cardstock one, so it was really kind of sturdy, so I can remake it. And then I traced it onto felt, and I stitched it on. How cute is that? This is in my Etsy shop, but I love this. That's probably one of my most favorite things that I've ever made. There's a lot of noise coming from my house. Not really sure what that was all about. So that's this box. And we are at not quite half an hour. Like I said, I don't know how long I want these to be. I really don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just winging it. I tried to make out like a script and everything, and that just made me feel dumb. Okay, so those are my finished objects. I probably have like 30 whips right now, and I'm not going to dig them all out right now and show them to you because that would take all 4 of the evers. Teen Titans reference. So I dug out the ones that I've been working on recently, that I'm currently working on simultaneously. Okay, at the same time. I cannot say that word today. So we will start with this one. Dollar Tree bag. This is probably my favorite Dollar Tree bag. I don't know. This one and then like 2 others, but I love the butterflies. So this one, and I don't have the pattern in here anymore because I gave it to my neighbor when we were at church. Sorry about that, guys. Another child interruption. So anyways, I gave away my pattern because she was watching me. I call this my church shawl because I only work on it at church. I really don't find myself working on it anywhere else. It's kind of mindless, and I don't really have to pay attention, and I just go, and so I take it to church with me. But she saw it, and she loved it, and she asked if I had a copy of the pattern. So I just gave her mine because I pretty well have it memorized. It's kind of the same repeat on and on. Anyways, this is going to tell you how poor I am. This is the first time I've ever used mandala yarn. Lion brand mandala yarn. Sorry, I have bits and pieces. This is the second time I've ever used it. I made a granny square shrug, which I will show you guys one day, but not today because it's buried in the bottom of my closet, in the bottom of all my whips. I wasn't sure if I was done with it or not. I kind of want to make the sleeves longer, but anyways, so that and this is my first time working with mandala yarn. It's other than baby yarn and like I don't even remember what it's called, but it's like a 1-ply and it's multiple colors. They sell it at Walmart. Well, they used to sell it at Walmart. Other than that, I always work with worsted weight yarn. So this is a size 3. You get 590 yards per 150 grams. I love this stuff. It's like I've heard people complain about it being kind of stiff when you work with it, but the ones I've bought, they're super soft, and I haven't even washed anything yet. But this one, I don't know if you can see. It's got like this minty green, blue, and then grays and whites, and I just love it so much. So much. There's the color scheme. But this pattern called for 2, 2 cakes, and this is where I'm at with my first cake. So, I don't know. There's a lot of yarn in here, and I really, really love it. I'm gonna set that. Don't fall. So, this is the. See, I don't have the pattern now. I can't remember. I want to say I need to put my stitch marker in here before it all gets pulled out. So here's one I kept. And then I have another one that I use as a progress keeper. And that was probably one of my favorite ones. It's got the little green and blue jewels in it. So anyways, I'm pretty sure this is the Wishing Well shawl by Sewrella. Sewrella. And I love it. It's such an easy pattern. Like, I'm not even halfway through and it's already this big. So this thing is going to be huge, and it has tassels. And so it'll have a tassel on each end and a tassel on the middle. And it's supposed to be one that you can like wrap around you, which I love because I actually made a giant blanket shawl out of Quick and Thick and Wool Ease by Lion Brand. And I love it. It's on my couch, and anytime I'm on my couch, I wrap up in it. The thing is almost as big as me, and it spans my sofa length. So anyways, that was my first shawl I ever made, and it was a blanket shawl, and I loved it. And I've got to write the pattern for it because I just winged it. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it the Truman shawl because I live in Lamar, and it's Harry S. Truman's birthplace. So anyways, I love how the colors are. The only issue I have is once the rows start getting longer, the transition of the colors they like stop in the middle of a row, and that makes me a little crazy. So I have these little bobbles of yarn that I've cut because the row didn't work out. So I'll probably use those in my tassels. Like in the picture, I think her tassels were just one color. I'll probably make mine multicolored. And that uses well, this says 5.75 millimeter, but it's a J hook, so it's a 6. This is Boy. I bought 3 that came together, and this was one of them. And then I bought a set, and they're all pink. And then I bought another set, a big set that came with the rest of them, and they're multiple colors. But they're all Boy because Walmart, that's what they offer. Anyways, I do like them. And the bigger hooks are, of course, my favorite. But their sizes are weird because this is not a 5. Well, it says it's a 5.75, but a J hook is a 6 millimeter. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. So that's that one. Okay. That whip is an older whip. I started that quite a while ago. Like I said, I only work on it at church. So it gets a little love here and there. So you'll probably see that one each week or each post just so you can see the progress I make on it. Because that one kind of sits out. It doesn't really get put away. Let's do this one. This is my experimental one. I have a whole bunch of Red Heart yarn in here. And I also have Mainstays, which is the Walmart brand. And I really like them because they're only like $1.97 per skein. And I don't know, for simple basic things, I like them. Anyways, I have too many colors to pull out. But I am working on a blanket. And I'm using a 5.25 millimeter, an eye hook. So I guess technically that's H is 5. So this is technically a 5.5, but still, you get the point. Anyways, like this is full to the top of yarn. These are the ones I've made so far. Let me see what this is called. It's a blanket I found on Pinterest, and I thought it'd be fun to try because it has, you make like so many of each square and then you put it into a blanket, and there's like 16 different squares, but there's so much texture and there's new designs that I haven't tried yet that I want to. So, what is this called? Last Dance on the Beach is what it's called. By Sheep Cheese. Sheep Cheese? Am I saying that right? Sheep Cheese? I've heard Hannah say it, but I don't know if I said it right. Let me see if I can find a picture. Nope, it just has a picture of all the squares. Anyways, I found it on Pinterest, and I love it. No, they don't have a picture, but you can look it up. Anyway, so I've done three squares. I'm getting ready to start my fourth one. So this was the first one I did, and I love it because it reminds me of wheat. Can you see those bobble stitches? Bobble stitches? I don't know if they call them popcorn stitches or bobble stitches. I think these ones are the popcorn stitches. But anyways, it looks like wheat. I love it. And then I learned a new stitch that I've never done before. I've been wanting to because I wanted to make a washcloth with one. This one's the star stitch one. Ooh, you can see the stitches really good on camera. Now, I haven't blocked any of these. I'm still also new to blocking. I bought those, the kid rubber things that are like puzzle pieces. I bought a big thing of them so I could block big things and small things, and a whole bunch of pins. And I've only blocked like 2 things so far. But I'm going to start blocking everything. But anyways, once I block it, I think you'll be able to see it better. But anyways, that's my star stitch one. And I'm trying to keep the color with what it reminds me of. So like starry nights, you know, dark blue, wheat, grass green. And then this one, I just picked a color for it. But I love this one. This one's my favorite. This one's got the bobble stitches and then cables. How fun is that? It's not showing the color very well. This is like an evergreen color. Anyways, those are so much fun. I'm having fun with those because I'm getting to do new things, and I love textures and all the fun stitches. But that's, I don't know, the squares are pretty big, and it called for 4 of each square, but I think I'm using a bigger hook size than what it called for, and bigger yarn. I think they used DK weight yarn, and I'm using worsted weight. That one was my younger child. Sorry about that. So I'm using worsted weight, and I think they called for DK, but this is going to be a stash buster. I'm using what I have in my stash, which is I have a ton of yarn that I've had for years, and I have a ton of yarn that people have given me. So that's going to be my stash buster. But I think for the size I'm wanting, I only need to make 3 of each. So I think it's going to be fun. And I think I'm going to give it to one of my kids. I'm not sure which one, but I think I'm going to give it to one of them. Okay. We will do this one. I just started this one 2 days ago, the day before yesterday. I don't know. So I haven't printed out the pattern for it. I've just been using my phone because the pattern is on her blog. This is the Summer, what's it called? The Summer Diamonds Kimono Cardigan. Summer Diamonds Kimono Cardigan, I think, by One Dog Wolf. And you can buy the pattern. She also has it on her blog. And they're getting bored. Okay. Anyways, I'm making this because I've been wanting, like, it's summer, it's hot. I wear tank tops But when I go to like church or in public, sometimes I want to throw something on over it. Especially in church because it's freezing in there and Walmart is freezing. So, places like that, I would like to have something light to throw on. So I've been wanting to make like a shrug or a little cardi or a vest or something, which I have a vest picked out that I will make eventually. I don't know if it'll get done this summer because I have a lot of whips. Anyways, Hannah at the Cozy Cottage Crochet podcast made one of these, and she did. It was the episode called Sweater Tour. I don't remember which number, but it's called Sweater Tour. So she pulled out all her garments that she'd made and put them on so you could see, well, she put this one on, and I loved it. So I decided I wanted to make it. So I'm doing it in gray because I have a lot of bright colored tank tops. During the winter, I wear more neutral tones, but during the summer I have a lot of bright colored tank tops, so I wanted like a neutral tone to go with all of them because I don't know if I'm going to make more than one. Anyways, so I've gotten almost one whole diamond complete, and it's like a big old strip right now because the way it's worked, you'll work it in like a U shape, but you can see my diamonds. And then when I don't have a stitch marker on this one yet, and then when it blocks out, oh, it's going to be so pretty. I don't even know if I'll block it. I like it. Yeah, I'll block it because I want it to be a little more airy and lacy. So, but you can see the diamond really good. I love it. And it's another one of those, other than counting, you kind of have to count. But once you get the hang of it, you don't really have to count so much because you know where to put your stitches. It's really intuitive. And I can't wait till I start getting like the front panels going and I can try it on and see if I'm even doing it the right size. And see those diamonds? It's so pretty and it's such a good pattern. And if you don't, go check her blog out, follow her on Instagram. She's all over the place. One Dog Wolf. And I love this one. So this has been one of my favorites currently right now. And I'm not picking the bag up that it's in because it's got my giant Bible in it that's like this thick. Because I took this to church this last Sunday instead of my shawl because I really, really wanted to work on it. And that one calls for a 4.5 millimeter hook, which is a 7, which I cannot find because we only have a Walmart. And I don't own one already, apparently. So I actually messaged her and Hannah on Instagram and asked, because I have a 4.5 and a 4.25. And I asked them which one they would recommend. So I'm using a 4.25. Okay. Now, I should probably put this guy away. Okay. Now, this bag, this is one of my favorite bags. And you can tell because it's got some wear on the bottom. But it's a smaller bag. And this one is not a plasticky one. It's more of a fabric one. And I have this one, and then I have another one exactly like it, except for it's got blue stripes and an anchor. And they're also my favorites, probably because they're like that canvasy material. This one's got 2 in it right now because I didn't feel like digging another bag out for this project I just started today. So this one uses, is that right? That's not right. This one uses a 6.5 millimeter hook, I think. There it is. Yeah. It fell. So this one uses a 6.5. And let me find the tag for the yarn I'm using. See, this is why you put your stuff in separate bags. There it is. Okay, I know it's Big Twist. It's this like, oh, you can't see it. So it's this like dusty pink sprinkled on the white. And it's called Pink Denim. It's Big Twist. This is my first yarn that I actually bought at a yarn store that I'm actually using. Like, I actually bought this yarn for this pattern. I've never, other than the mandala yarn for the shawl, and this one, that's the only yarn that I've actually bought with a project in mind. Other than that, I just go and I'm like, ooh, I love this yarn. It's pretty. And I grab it. And I almost did that yesterday at Walmart because they have these new Premier yarns. But I controlled myself and I put it down because I was buying the gray yarn for my kimono cardi. And I put them back. And now I really, really just want to go back and get that one ball because it is so pretty. But anyways, this, I haven't printed a pattern up for it, but it's on my phone. This is the toddler boho vest. I'm making this for my friend's daughter, just because it's kind of a sassy, I don't know, but I instantly thought of her when I saw this pattern, so that's who I'm making it for. But so far, this is what I've done. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to block this so that you can actually see the lacy bits. But it is really cute in this pink and white, and I wish it would show up better on camera. Anyways, so this one you make like this panel, and I'm almost done with it, but you make like this panel, and then you make, let's see, once you get to the panel part done, you keep going, except for it's just going to be like this, and then you attach the yarn and do the same thing on this side, and then you do a middle piece, and you fold it, and it'll go around them, and you put little fringe on it, and it's adorable. And I'll tell you who it's by. I'm not going to show it on my phone because I don't know, copyright things and whatnot. I'll see if I can show you a picture. Maybe. Open. There we go. Okay, so it is called the Toddler Boho Vest, designed by Sierra. Oh, Sweet Everly B. So I know she's on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure she has a blog. So Sweet Ever LYB. Sweet Everly B. Anyways, I'm just going to zoom in and show you this picture of this adorable little girl wearing it. How cute is that? So yes, I'm making this for my friend's daughter. And it calls for 6.5, 1 skein of worsted weight cotton yarn, which I'm using this Big Twist. It's 100% acrylic because I know that my friend is not going to want to take care of cotton. She's going to want to just be able to toss it in the wash and the dryer. So I got acrylic for a reason. I would like to make it in cotton, and I'd like to make one on a bigger scale. They only have baby and toddler, so I may have to mess with it and see if I can't make an adult size one. I love this cotton in ivory. 1 skein is all she used. And it was 180 yards for the toddler size, which fits a 2T to 5T. This Big Twist yarn that I got has 270 yards for 5 ounces, or 142 grams. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do ounces or grams. Anyways, it's 270 yards. So I'm going to have yarn left over. Plus, I bought 2 skeins because I couldn't remember how much the pattern called for. So I'm going to have some of this yarn, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I want to make something else with it too. So Sweet Everly B, Toddler Boho Vest, is that one. Also in here, this one is I think it's a newer pattern. I've seen it all over Instagram. It's by Who is it by? It's called, All About Ami. Stephanie with All About Ami. And it's called the Wild Rose Market Bag. And I don't have a pattern printed up because I've just been getting it off her blog, but you can buy the PDF. And this pattern is stinking amazing. I love it. So right now I'm this far into my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my 8th square. I'm this far into it. And this is what they look like. And I haven't blocked these yet too. So when you block them, they're going to stretch out more. It kind of bubbles up in the middle, so she recommends blocking it. But so those are puff stitches and then cluster stitches. And, oh, it's so pretty. So the construction of the bag is what caught me because she put it in her stories. Like she did a video of seaming all these squares together in a certain way. So you can just fold the bag together and then seam it and then add the handle. And that just blew my mind. And I just had to make it. I don't like making bags, but I like making granny squares because they're fast. This is showing almost pretty true to color. Well, it was. Maybe it's a little bit duller, but this is just Red Heart yarn. This is some yarn that was given to me, and it's kind of like stiff and scratchy, and I don't really like the feel of it, but I know that it's Red Heart Super Saver. I know that once you wash Red Heart, it gets really soft the more you wash it. And if you like wash it in the sink with conditioner and stuff like that, it really softens up. So, but I wasn't worried about that because I'm not going to be wearing it. It's going to be a bag. So I kind of like the stiffness of it. And I kind of hope the stiffness stays because I will wash and dry it. But anyways, this is, now I don't even know if this is still available or not because this is yarn that was given to me. And whoever gave it to me got it from someone else. And that yarn, Dad actually started a blanket with it. So there's like a ton of these. And I kind of want to finish the blanket for them because it's, what is it called? Like filet or something like that, where you make the picture with the little squares. And it's got flowers and it's like halfway done. So I would like to finish it because that's a really cool blanket. But I don't know if I will. So I stole yarn from that. Anyways, 364 yards for 7 ounces, worsted weight, and it's light sage, 0631 light sage. I really like this color. I just like greens of all colors. But I'm almost halfway done with the squares. No, I'm more than halfway done with the squares that I need to make. And then I get to put it together, and I've been really obsessed with this one. So that has been close by as well. And I just recently started that one. Like I said, it's a new pattern she just put up. I'm pretty sure she just posted it not that long ago. So 3 new projects, like new, like within the last week I started. One that's been ongoing for a few months. Another one that's been in the works for a while. I've been making multiples of them. And then that one is kind of new. I started it last month, I think. And I just, when I get bored with what I'm working on and need some color and texture, I pick it up and do the blanket. But yeah, last week I worked on my stitch markers most of the week. So that's not all of my whips, but that's all the ones I brought out to show you. I think. I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm going to take a drink real quick because my throat's sore. So that is me. That is Sondra's Crochet Corner. And I just kicked the table. And I'm sorry if I looked at my face more than I looked at you. Let me know. And let me know how to fix that. Because it is really hard to stare at this little dot. I'm recording on my computer. I'm poor and I don't have a fancy camera. and I'm going to use an editing app that I downloaded because I have a Chromebook and it's Android, so you download apps instead of software, which I kind of miss my Windows computer, but it wouldn't connect to Wi-Fi anymore, so I had to get a new one. This one I really like, though, because it's touchscreen, which is better for school, and it folds. Like, I can fold it into a tablet, I can fold it into a tent, I can fold it backwards, all kinds of things. So I really, really like it. It's fancy. What else? That's me. I told you about myself. I told you about my kids. 5 boys, 1 girl. Lots of sports. Boyfriend of 10 years. Works hard. Crochet. I don't knit. I would like to knit. It's pretty. I tried to learn once, but it's just gibberish. So I may have to wait until like I'm not having to do schoolwork and run so many kids around, because my kids, like, the one is driving now, so he helps out taking kids places when we can't be in 2 places at once. And, you know, another one's getting ready to start driving, and we have lots of teens, so they're all fixing to drive, and some of them be out of the house. So I won't be so busy with kids. I won't be so busy with homework and schoolwork and studying in a couple years, 2 years. I have 2 years left. I'll just be working. I'll be a working mom then. I miss working, you guys. I like working, but I don't want to work at McDonald's or Subway anymore. My mom just moved to California, so I'm going to be flying out there in a couple weeks to go see her, even though it's only been a couple weeks, and she's going to come back down in August. I have a sister and a brother. They live in Kansas City, still Missouri, but yeah, they live a little ways away. So that's me. So I told you about me. Now you tell me about you. And leave it down in the comments. Shoot me an email. Sondra's Crochet Corner at gmail.com. I will put it in the comments along with all the social media that you can have me on, find me on. And I'm debating on doing Snapchat. I kind of don't want to. I don't really care. I had Snapchat once and I don't really care for it, so I may not. And I don't understand Twitter. I'm old. I don't know. Twitter, I think, is what it's called. I don't understand how Twitter works. You just type things. So it's like the word version of Instagram, because Instagram is pictures. So I think I'll stick with pictures since, you know, I make things that need to be seen. So anyways, I'm not sure what I want to do for my scheduling, so I don't know when my next post is going to go up. But hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you will be notified when it goes up, not if, when my next video goes up. And until then, head on over to Instagram and follow me there. You can find me on Facebook if you want. I'm not really on there anymore. I kind of got tired of Facebook. I don't know. Or you can go to Ravelry. I'm in the process of posting all my projects. Well, the ones I can, the projects and stuff on there. I do have a couple posted on there. And I think I'm going to try to post my pattern on there as well. But my pattern is in my Etsy store and on my blog. If you want to go find that, I will put all that stuff in the comment box. I think that's it, you guys. I am around children interruptions. I've talked for almost an hour, which I didn't think I would be able to do. But apparently I can gab at nobody for an hour. So anyways, tell me about yourself. I want to know who is watching me. I want to know who my supporters are. I want to see your pretty faces. I want to know if you crochet, if you want to learn how to crochet. I'm kind of debating on putting up some tutorials as well, which I don't know if I'll put those on YouTube or if I would just put those on my blog. I think I probably just put those on my blog, and just keep this like podcasty. Tell me about yourselves. How old are you? Do you have children? Are you in school? Are you a child? Do you have pets? Are you married? Are you not? Are you in a relationship that is technically a marriage without the paper? like I am. Tell me. I want to know who you are. I want to know who's watching. I want to know who my supporters are. I want to be friends. I want to talk to you on social media. So I didn't delete my Facebook because if someone wants to get on there and talk to me, I would love to talk to you guys. Instagram, Pinterest, Ravelry, Etsy. Etsy even has chats. Any of them. Email me. I don't care. It all goes straight to my phone. When it's not lost, I have it. Or when my kid doesn't have it. It goes straight to my phone and it goes, so I know when I get a message or an email or anything like that. I would love to talk to you guys. I'm excited for this journey. I'm excited to meet new people. I'm excited to just talk y'all's ear off. And I would like to know all of you. So I'm sure it's going to be slow going at first, all the views and everything like that. But when you do view it, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, send me a message on one of the various social medias. Let me know who you are. All right, guys, I'm going to end that there because I'm rambling now and I have nothing else to talk about. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.